Hello everybody, welcome. If you are new here, hello and welcome to my channel. This is going to be the look that we are creating today. This is inspired from a look that I saw on Instagram and I loved it. So I wanted to play some with color today and I just had no idea what I wanted to do myself. So I started flipping through all these looks that I saved on Instagram and I chose this one. This one just looked like fun. So yeah, we're going to be using a lot of Urban Decay today. The two palettes that I used was the X Vice Reloaded or Limited Edition Reloaded palette and then the Full Spectrum palette. So we were dipping into here and then also used my Sugar Pill Burning Heart palette. So we are playing with color today and I really do enjoy the way that this look turned out and I hope you guys do too. So if you want to see the tutorial, then keep on watching. Let's get into the fun. Alright, so I'm going to be using a multitude of brushes. First I'm going to use my Sony Kashik brush. I'm going to go into the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette and we're going to take the yellow called Calavera. And we're going to put this into our crease. And then I'm going to kind of swipe this outward, kind of down and out towards the end of my eyebrow. And then bring it up. Blend that up. We're just using windshield wiper motions. Okay, and then to brighten up that yellow, I am going to take my Sugar Pill, what palette is this? Burning Heart palette, and we're going to go into the yellow here just to brighten up the yellow even more. This is going to stay more towards the crease area, just to bring a little bit more brightness. To the yellow in the look. Then I'm going to switch to a different brush. This is the Step 8 Go Girl Go, the Vintage Cosmetics Company brush. And I'm going to dip into that orange in the Sugar Pill palette. And we're going to place this on the inner corner, blending it upward. This color is more in a controlled area. Just kind of bringing that up into the middle part of the crease. So I'm placing the color. Sorry, it's like really cloudy and stuff outside, and with my blinds and stuff, I have to like kind of have them a bit closed so that those lines aren't on my face. And the sun's like going in and out. So once I don't have so much color on my brush, I'm going to start blending that orange upward more just to kind of smoke it out. Sorry, y'all, my phone's going nuts. Okay, and then just back in with my blending brush just to marry those two colors together near the middle. Okay, so now I am going to, I don't know why I closed that because I'm going to be dipping in and out of it the whole time. So now I'm going to take the shade Mildew from the Urban Decay X Vice Limited Reloaded palette. Mildew is the shade I am going to take. And this is going to be kind of a transition green that's going to be on, like, in the crease area for kind of like the transition shade for the darker forest blue that we're going to put in there. So this I'm going to concentrate more on the outer crease area and also blending that upward. And bringing that out to the same spot that I mentioned, to where it's kind of in line with the eyebrow. I'm going to wipe off any excess that's on my brush because I want to blend the top part here, the upper portion, kind of smoke that out. Okay, and then back in with my original blending brush, going from the middle outward, blending that green into that yellow. And then also blending it over the top of that mildew shade and the orange. Okay, so now we're going to go into our deep green shade, and I am going to take the Luxie 213T brush, the same one that we went into mildew, and I'm going to go into a darker forest green. We're going back into the full spectrum palette, and we're going to use the shade 100. So it's this darker forest green here up at the top. Just gonna dab the very tip of my brush in there, and then this is also going to be concentrated on the outer corner. The entire outer corner. So I'm also going to bring this down and create a little C shape. Darken that up a little bit more as the sun goes behind the clouds and darkens up the lighting. My hand gets a little lighter as I go further up into the crease. So again, I'm going to go in with my original blending brush and then just blend those two shades together, and then also the outer edges here of that green. Now I'm going to take an even smaller, I'm going to take the angled Luxie brush, the 207T, and we're going to use this with Minx from the Full Spectrum palette. So this is a very, very midnight, actually it's kind of like a sapphire blue. And I'm going to dab my brush into that, and then we're going to concentrate that more on the inner part of the V. Darken this out. So I'm kind of stamping that color just to get it like really packed in there. Okay, and then back in with my original blending brush just to blend those harsh edges. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my concealer. As soon as I find the brush that I used for the concealer. And I'm just grabbing my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Just using that because the Shape Tape is really good for stuff like this, but the shade that I have in light medium, it makes the base too yellow for my liking. And the shade that I want to put here, I want it to be more on the lighter side than in a yellow tone. So this is just the brush that I'm using right now to cut my crease. This is just a brush that I got in a brush set from Wish. I really like the Wish brushes for stuff like this, like really detailed work and then carving out the shape of my eye. I think that they work very, very well for that stuff. And then I'm just going to take it kind of out to the corner. So basically what we're going to do as you can see in the other eye, we're going to kind of take these outer shades and bring them inward. So I'm going to start, since the blue shade is already there, I'm going to take that next green shade. We're actually not going to go with the darker forest green. We're going to go with the mildew. So again, it's this lighter green shade that we put kind of as our our transition green shade. And I'm going to blend this closer to that outer V of the eye, blending it into that blue. And honestly, my shape with this, I am not even worried about getting it perfect or anything. This is not, I mean, it's really just meant to be something fun. So I'm not too worried about being very detailed about the color placement. Okay, and then I just took a little bit more blue on the Luxie brush that I originally had with that royal blue, and just kind of darkening the outer V, kind of bringing it in with that mildew. So at this point, it's just kind of like blending the colors together. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the yellow shade and kind of put it in as an angle. And I'm going to take the same yellow that is in the Sugar Pill palette. And I'm going to start down at the bottom. And bring that upward. And I'm just patting it in. So as of right now, I just kind of want to place the yellow, and then we're going to blend out the colors again on this outer part. So I'm going to go back in with the brush that I was using with that mildew color and just kind of place it back into that area. And just going back and forth between brushes. I'm going to wipe off the yellow that's on here because I don't want too much pigment on here, as I am just blending these colors together. When it comes to color blending, it's kind of like the longest part in the look. And it's all dependent on how you want it to look. So there's no like perfect, blending formula. It's really just kind of playing around with it until you get it to where you want it. Okay, so now for the inner shade, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Alamar flat shader brush that I got in my last BoxyCharm. I'm going to spray it with some Cover FX setting spray, and we are going to use this Makeup Forever Starlit Powder number 13. And that is going to be our light sparkly shade that is on our lid. So I'm literally just going to pat this in the areas that I need it, staying along that crease line. Okay. And then I'm going to wipe off the excess on the brush and then blend this in with the yellow. And again, this is also like just going back and forth between the two colors until you get it the way you want it. Little bit more yellow on my brush. brush. Running it along the edge where the two colors meet. Feel pretty good about that. So now I'm going to do my eyeliner. So with that, I took an angled brush that is sitting here somewhere. Here we go. This is a Coastal Scents brush. It is number 19 in my brush roll that I got it in. And I'm going to take my Pretty Vulgar gel liner and just do a wing, because I love my wings. Alright, so I have already primed my face with the Dr. Brandt Luminizing Primer. So now I'm going to take my L.A Girl PRO Concealer in the green. Just cover up some redness here. I hope the lighting isn't terrible. I really need to get lights. I need lights. Y'all, I ain't there yet. It'll happen one day. Okay, and then the foundation I'm going to use is my Estee Lauder foundation. So I finally bought it. So I finally have it and it's now mine. And mine is in 3W1 Tawny. That is the shade that I got. I'm so excited because I loved this foundation when I first tried it. So I'm just gonna dump it over, I guess. Whew. I think I'm gonna put it on my fingers first, and then, by the way, my fingers are clean. I washed them before I did this. I hope this is still my color. Might be a little too dark now. We shall see. Still smells like grandma's makeup. You know that smell. Remember, the only thing that I didn't like about this foundation was that it seemed to have stained my beauty blender. I never really quite was able to scrub the rest of it off when I was cleaning my beauty blender. But then again, I am shitty at remembering to clean my stuff, so I could have just waited too long, and this could be like one of those foundations that you just have to make sure that you wash off right away. So in order for it not to stain, this is I don't ever do my eye makeup and my brows before my foundation, so this is really weird, but I knew that I was gonna have a lot of color going on and everything, so I went on ahead and I tried it out. Decided to go on ahead and do it this way for once. Kind of like it, doing it this way. Especially when you're dealing with the dark colors and everything like that, sometimes you get fallout and everything. So this way, if you are doing your eye makeup first, then you can just wipe it away and you don't have to worry that you're going to ruin your eye makeup. So Now I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape and I'm just going to highlight under the eyes, on the nose, my forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin. And use my smaller damp beauty blender. Don't worry, I am going to wash these after this video. So the next video that I put up, I'm gonna have clean brushes and whatnot. I swear. I swear. Does anybody else think of the movie Just Friends every time they hear that song? Because I do. Like, it doesn't even matter. I have a 90s R&B as a station on my Pandora, and that song plays a lot on there. So, like, every time I hear that song, I keep thinking of at the end of that movie when he's, like, he's in his fat suit and stuff, and he starts singing it to the camera. Cracks me up. Freaking hilarious. Man, it is so dark. I don't like this lighting. I did wait until like 5:30 to do this though. Not a small all day. Okay, and we are going to put some shadows on the bottom lashes. But I do want this good harsh line here on the side. So I'm taking that concealer all the way back and putting it right up against the eyeliner. Let's bake! I need to try some new stuff. I need to try a new setting powder. I want to try the, what is it, RCM translucent powder? RCW, something like that. It's in like a long tubed bottle that these guru folk be using all the time. It looks like a really good setting powder, so I want to try it. Whoa, hey now. We're going to bake intensely today, apparently. Alright, well, gotta be even. I am loving this. This is so exciting. So it was funny when I first got into makeup. Oh my gosh, you should see the glow up. It is insane. But when I first got into makeup, I was all about the color. Like, I didn't like neutral looks. They just weren't fun to do or anything. So I would combine like crazy colors in all the wrong ways. You should check out my Instagram. I have a glow up picture on there. Oh my god, it's insane. But yeah, I had like experimented with a crap ton of colors and everything, and then I kind of got into this like neutral kick and started doing all these neutral looks. And then I got like so used to doing those that I kind of got scared to do color and everything. Like, I never really played with color anymore after that. And which is funny because like I've gotten a lot better with, you know, my eye makeup and stuff like that. But at the time that my skills were getting better at that, I was doing all of those neutral looks. So I never really, I don't have any old, like any pictures, like most of the pictures where, you know, my makeup skills like improved and everything. It's pretty much all like neutral stuff and not any colorful things. So I'm trying to get into doing more colorful looks and stuff because I do love like color and this kind of stuff. It's so much fun and everything, and it's I just need to do it more. It's so funny that like with foundations and stuff, I'm picky in the fact that I want them to be, that I like matte foundations. I don't really like using any other type. I have combination skin, so my T-zone gets a little oily. But then again, like, and my cheeks can get dry. They don't get dry very often though. So I just prefer the look of matte foundations, so I get those. And the only thing that I'm really picky about with the foundations is that I need full coverage. I like full coverage matte foundations. So as long as that is, you know, done, then I'm good. I like the foundation. Other than that, I'm not really too picky about everything else. I know I have large pores, you know, in my T-zone and everything, and I know there's lots of, you know, products and stuff out there that say, you know, reduce the size of your pores and stuff. I've used stuff like that. I haven't seen any dramatic differences and stuff in using those kinds of things. I honestly just kind of accepted the fact that I'll just always have large pores. It's just, you know, I can do stuff to tighten them and stuff like that. And when it comes to like certain times and everything, it's just, you know, I'll just be able to see them, and I'm okay with that. So with foundations and stuff, I don't really expect it to cover up, you know, or fill in my pores, my large pores and stuff, and stuff. How many times can I say that? So that's not like something that I go off of when I'm trying on foundations, but it is absolutely amazing how much of a difference I notice when I wear this foundation. I have never seen any differences or like noticed any like crazy amazingness when it comes to certain foundations and everything. Like, I know how some of them set, and I like certain ones better than other ones, but it's not really anything quite, you know, dramatic and stuff. Generally, when I like a foundation, which I have a few top foundations, you know, they all pretty much like look the same, which is why I like them. With this foundation, there is such, look at, I got lines. There is such a difference in the way that it sits on my skin. Hold on. Using my 20H Shadow Blush Palette by Coastal Scents, I am going to take, I like mixing these two, yeah, okay. I like mixing these two shades together. So, just doing that. But, it's amazing how much of a difference, and a difference in pictures too, that I can tell when I'm wearing this foundation, which is another reason why I wanted to buy it. Usually I like trying new foundations each time that I buy a new one and stuff, and then I go with whichever one I like the most. And I've been kind of going back and forth between, you know, the Estee Lauder one and then the Huda Beauty foundation and stuff. So I had the sample of the Huda Beauty one, but I went on ahead and just bought the Estee Lauder one anyway because I know I love that one. So I just went ahead and bought it because I needed foundation. Yo girl needed foundation. So I went on ahead and just bought it, and kind of helping me with my decision with whether or not I want to buy the Huda Beauty foundation right now, since I already bought the Estee Lauder foundation. I'm going to wear this because, again, I haven't worn the Estee Lauder foundation since the last time that I did a review on it, but that was months ago. So if I decide that I just really, really love the way that this looks, and I love it like a dramatic amount more than the Huda Beauty foundation, then I'm just going to stick with this, and I'll just use this foundation until it's up, and then I'll probably buy the Huda Huda Beauty foundation after that. So I got my highlighter on, my blushes on, my highlighter. I am getting there. Actually, I'm gonna use, no I'm not. I was gonna use the Becca Champagne Pop, but I think that's a little bit too gold for me. Like too much of a darker gold shade for my skin tone right now. So I'm just gonna stick with my ColourPop Lunch Money, which is pretty much my top highlighter right now. But again, I haven't tried that many highlighters, so I have some of my BoxyCharms. I should actually use that. I mean, that would be a good idea, Lauren. Use the shit you got. Use different shit. Okay, so let's go ahead and go with the, finish up the eyes. I need to put some mascara on. I was debating whether or not I wanted to put on falsies. I think I will. Just to make it even more dramatic. So I'm using the Tartiste mascara. Could have sworn it was more of a title than just the Tartiste mascara, but it doesn't say anything else. All right. Cool. So I am going to do what I don't normally do, and I'm going to put a colored liner on my waterline. It is not going to stay, so I don't know why I'm even going to bother, but I'm going to bother. I'm going to use a green. Oozy or mildew? Do I want to go darker or do I want to go lighter? Let's do a lighter one because I feel like that color is going to show up. I feel like the darker shade is going to look just like a black. So let me put this, and this is an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Mildew. So that green shade that we were using all up in there, that's what we're using. Oops. So I've used the Pretty Vulgar gel liner, the same one that I used as my eyeliner on this look. I've used that in my waterline, and I absolutely, like, it's a love-hate relationship because it stays on all day, and it's the only one that's done that other than the Coastal Scents gel liner, and it dried out. I left it open since, like, one time that I was doing a makeup tutorial. Let the damn thing open, and then like a week or so later I come in here and I see it and I'm like, damn it! So it was all dried up. So I need to get it again, but I really like that one. So I've been using the Pretty Vulgar gel liner and putting that in my waterline. And like I said, I love it because it stays on all day, but it irritates the shit out of my eyes. It sucks. It sucks so bad because, I mean, I have it. It's available to me and everything, and I can't even freaking use it. Back again. Trying to find, you know what? I'm going to use this, the Vintage Cosmetics Company Step 1 for the Money liner for my waterline. Liner, brush. I'm going to start with Mildew. We'll go ahead and stick with the greens. Down here. Oh my god. Please excuse my nails. I know they look shitty. I'm going to fix them. So I'm going to start with Mildew, and we're going to pop this down on the lower lashes. Wow. So like I'll pick up the color, and then as soon as I tap it, like pretty much all goes away. So I'm just going to smoke this out down at the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to take a more detailed brush, this e.l.f. smudge brush. I'm going to use this with the darker green. So we're going into 100. I'm just gonna like barely swipe that on the edge there and then have that closer to the waterline. So pretty much right at my lashes. And then trailing it off about 2/3 of the way in. So that it has that like lighter mildew shade all the way down at the bottom, and then that green one is a little more concentrated. So I'm gonna wipe this off and then use the same brush and then go into Minx, which is that sapphire blue shade that we have on the outer corner, and I'm going to concentrate this more on just the outer corner of the eye. Actually, no, I really like it, so I'm gonna bring it in. Just ever so slightly. Okay, and then where's that brush that I had? I'm gonna go back into mildew. I just want that brought down a little bit more. Blend it out on the lower lashes. And then let's put some mascara on the bottom lashes. Get some falsies on, which I will put off camera because I suck at those. It takes me too long. What am I doing? Can't remember. There was a specific eyeliner or mascara that I had that looked really good on the bottom lashes. I can't remember which one it was. So I'm just grabbing the IT Cosmetics Superhero mascara that you cannot see me applying, because I'm pretty sure it's this one, and so far I think it is. I didn't like this mascara on like my regular lashes, but one time when I used it on my lower lashes, I actually really did like it. So falsies, I'm going to put those on off camera and be right back. Alright, lashes are on, and what I am using are the House of Lashes Everlasting Lashes. So I really want the eyes to be the main focus, so I'm going to use a neutral shade for lipstick, and I'm going to use the Tarte's Lip Paint in Bestie. Oh my god, that looks terrible. Let's do that. I am really, really excited about it. I say that about every single look, I realize. I need to set my face because I always forget to do that. Use the Cover FX illuminating setting spray. And I realized that the orange is uneven here. And the corner of my falsies picking up. Oh god, I hate that. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, go on ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're new, welcome and thank you for watching. If you like what you see, then go on ahead and click that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.